Howdy peeps, and welcome back to Keto Kikire. Today's recipe is Low Carb Carrot Cake from buttertogetherkitchen.com. We'll begin by preheating our oven to 350 degrees. We'll need to grease our pan. For this recipe, I use a 9x11, but you are also able to use 2 round cake pans. Let's get started on our cake batter. We'll begin by cracking 4 eggs. Next, we'll go ahead and add the ingredient that helps us be the best carrot cake ever, and that is 1/3 cup of olive oil. I prefer the light tasting olive oil. And then we'll add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then we'll blend our wet ingredients together. Let's get started with the dry ingredients. Add 1 cup of sweetener. For this recipe, I used Splenda Naturals. We'll add 2 cups of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and just a pinch of salt. Let's mix the wet and dry ingredients together. On top of that, we'll add 1 stick of melted butter, half cup of chopped pecans, and 2 cups of carrots finely shredded in the processor, and then mix well. We'll spread our batter evenly in the pan. We'll stick our pan into our preheated oven and set that timer for 30 minutes. While that's baking, let's go ahead and get started on our cream cheese frosting. We'll begin with 8 ounces of cream cheese softened to room temperature. Now off to the side over here, what you see me doing is making my own powdered sweetener. I took my half cup of Stevia Naturals, put it in the bullet, and pulsed it a few times till it became powdered sweetener. So then we'll add our half cup of powdered sweetener to the room temperature cream cheese. Half a stick of melted butter, 1/3 cup heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then we'll mix well. Make sure you get all of your sides and what's underneath mixed in really well. And that is your cream cheese frosting. But I think our cake should just about be done, and look at that, it is. Look at that, isn't it pretty? Let's test it out, see if it's done. Stick your knife in, if it comes out clean. Look at that thing of beauty. We'll just pull this out, set it out to cool. After it cools, then we can add the cream cheese frosting. Had a little trouble figuring out which utensil I wanted to use to spread out the frosting. Ended up with a spoon. Using the back of the spoon is a really good way to spread frosting. And a neat little trick Once you get it mostly spread out, add water or a little bit of oil to the back side of your spoon and it'll smooth it out real pretty for you. Sprinkled chopped pecans, and ta-da! Make sure if you like this to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Our first taste tester, Miss Cindy, who gives it an emphatic thumbs up. My oldest son, Tyler. Double thumbs. And my handsome husband, Andy, who gave it a thumbs up. He also wanted me to make this a couple more times after this, but at 4 net carbs per slice, totally worth it. That's all for now. We'll see you next time, peeps.